Hey YouTube, how you guys doing? My name's Henry, or Henty, and in today's video, I'm going to outline how I got to Immortal 2 without particularly good aim. First, let me address some of your initial concerns. No, I was not carried. I mostly solo and duo queued from Diamond 3 to Immortal 2, and my aim is decent compared to the average Valorant player, but compared to those in my own rank, my aim definitely lags behind. Coming from about 2,000 hours of CSGO, I was honestly disappointed when I got stuck in the gold ranks during beta, and I realized that although my raw aim was equal to or usually even better than my opponents, my Gamesense and my Crosshair Placement was very subpar. My general recommendation is to go into a custom game and learn the common areas enemies could potentially be, as well as making sure you have proper Crosshair Placement during these practices. This will give your aim a good, fundamental base to start off on. Because resolution and sensitivity are subjective, just make sure you're comfortable with your own sense and aiming style, whether it be mostly ARM, wrist, or a hybrid. Just because your favorite streamer or pro uses quote-unquote god DPI and sense doesn't mean you should too. As a quick note, my opinion on aim trainers like Kovacs and Aim Labs are that they should be used to warm up and to get more comfortable with your mouse control, but true aim improvement happens in-game. Okay, now that we have the very basics out of the way, let's get into more nuanced topics. What really helped my crosshair placement improve was understanding how many enemies were going to peek me and adjusting based on that. When you think an enemy is going to run around the corner, have your crosshair placed wider to accommodate for the faster speed. Conversely, when you think the opponent is going to walk around the angle, hold it as tight as your reaction time would allow. This should relate to what position you play on defense as well as where you decide to default on attack side. For example, because I excel at short to medium range fights and I have a pretty decent reaction time, I prefer to play spots like showers on bind A and garage on Haven. Figure out what kind of gunfights you excel in and play positions to give yourself that advantage over your opponents. Now that you have a sense of what positions you want to play, think about what agent best fits your playstyle. I love to flank and clutch, so I chose Sova as my main. His drone gives me the info I need to confidently start flanking, and his arrow is one of the strongest tools in the game in clutch scenarios.
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
You're insane. Never give up.
Now on to teamwork. I try my best, especially when solo queuing, to be the intuitive support player. And what I mean by that is doing subtle things to help advance your team's map control or help your teammates win their fights. For example, when I hear or see my teammates want to peek long C in Haven, I tell them to wait, as I have a recon arrow for backside, making the defending player have to either shoot the arrow, giving my teammate the angle advantage, or be revealed and be prone to an easy pre-fire.
More back. One shot, nice.
Here is a clip from my teammate's point of view about how easy it is to impact the rounds using this intuitive support playstyle.
Got him. So both sides.
I'm gonna eye them.
I'm pushing up alley.
Oh, bitch.
Nice.
Good shit. The timing of my recon arrow and its positioning helps my team to seal the deal in this 3v2 retake. As our Reyna flashes back ledge, I shoot my arrow on the same side and above his eye. If I place my arrow on the other side, the enemy could turn from the flash and shoot my arrow for free. But by positioning my arrow on the same side as the flash, they have to make a quick decision on whether to shoot both the flash and the arrow, just the flash, or neither. And while this is all happening, my team is already pinching on them, and we easily win the round. Another example is me playing Brim on split attack side. If my team is not coming with me, and I notice most of my teammates are playing mid and B garage, I'll just smoke off zips off the top of spawn and not heaven, so consciously pushing my team to do a split B. From there, once we get heaven control, I can smoke off spawn so my teammates can safely secure the site. By subtly guiding my team with my smokes, I can kind of in-game lead without even communicating with my team. The next topic I'm going to approach is using Gamesense for yourself, so you can outplay the enemy team. I'm going to go over 3 plays where I use just my Gamesense to get a huge advantage over the other team. In this clip I choose to retake from U-Haul, as it's close range fights that I prefer, and I knew that the odds of there being 2 players to trade me in that position was very low. The enemy Cypher probably thought I was saving the op, so he swings me carelessly and I get an easy frag. By placing my flash there, I can kind of scare the other 2 players away from peeking me, as they think I might swing with the flash. As I noticed the stage wall about to break, I jumped to make a sound cue to make the other team think I would go from that side. Lastly, by timing the peak with the breaking of the stage wall, I easily catch both my opponents off guard and secure the ace clutch.
And he does get the pick. He finds a third! Henry once again!
In this clip, I noticed that Breach uses 2 of his abilities to clear out the cubby I was in, meaning he's very likely to push and play aggressive. I bait out his peak by faking a rotate back mid, making 2 obvious sound cues, with the zips clicking sound and the water splash sound when you were in sewers. He cleared out the side he didn't use utility on first, thinking that his right side was clear, and an easy early pick for my team. Lastly, I'm going to take a clip from one of my opponent's point of view. As a lurk player that round, I knew I needed to make a play to stall the enemy team while my own team rotates back to A, so I play an off angle. Unexpectedly, I get flash, but I don't panic, and I just spam shots without moving my mouse. I get the kill due to my crosshair placement, and I run to position where I can be more easily traded by my team. My forward positioning gave my team tons of info, and just that one kill swung the whole round in our favor.
If I killed the guy CT, like when I flashed him, that fight's completely different. Like that was all of their control right there, is that guy.
Couldn't have said it better myself. The last point I want to touch on is confidence. When I played CSGO, I only played Dust 2, and even when I hit Global, I pretty much only played against randoms. When I first got to high enough rank to play against streamers and pros in Valorant, I would play so unnecessarily passive and not play my own game. I had to come to the realization that yeah, I did climb to this rank and I did deserve it. And just because these people were famous doesn't mean that they were better than me. So my final point is to have confidence in yourself, in your own game, and in your teammates. Thanks for watching the video. I'm so sorry if any points were hard to understand, or if my style of explaining things was too dense or unstructured. Feel free to send me any advice or comments, or even ideas for new videos. Thank you, and until next time YouTube, peace out.
Actually, they won't do it.